Hello friends, it's your girl Veniece Antoinette
and Amomo Chanel
here with another episode of Sip and Spill, and today we're here to talk to you about
we are talking about our top 5 pet peeves for a first date. We came up with our own personal list and we're going to share it with you guys, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So, first up on the list, talking while eating.
Ugh.
I cringe. I mean cringe at that. Like, oh, that is such, I can't. It disgusts me. It's so disgusting to me that I can't even eat my meal.
Really?
I'm so serious. Like, that is really like, I cringe at that. Like, especially if it's like a date.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I mean, it's just rude. It's not table manners. So you need to mind your manners on your first date for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's an instant way. Like she said, she'll be turned off instantly.
Yeah.
She's not going to want to eat. So
Yeah. And I've done that before,
really?
too. Yeah.
I don't like it. I probably would eat, but I don't like it either. It's,
yeah. And then, like, sometimes I might, like, if I notice somebody does that, I'll, like, they ask me a question, I'll chew extra long so they notice that I'm, like, going to wait till I'm done. But then if you continue, I'll just... And also it depends on what you're eating. Oh.
Does that automatically disqualify them for a second date for you if they do that?
I don't... Whew, that's a big one for me. Like, I really do cringe at that. I don't want to say it automatically disqualifies them if everything else is good, but if I'm already on the fence, it's a wrap.
Bye.
It's a wrap. Don't even try calling me. Don't text me. I'm good.
Okay.
So, that's number 1. Number 2. Not paying if you initiated the date.
Absolutely. You basically are saying you don't want a second date if you don't pay and you initiated the date. That's so rude to me. It's so rude. Like, I don't know how you could get around it. It just becomes awkward too, because then how are you even want to say it? Like, oh, you got a card or cash? Like, that's just so rude and such a turn off to me.
Like, I always come prepared, so like when the check comes, I always make sure I go in my purse, pull my wallet, and then like if the person lets me pay, I'm good. But like if the person's like, no, I got this, or might be low-key offended that I even did that, then it's like, okay. But
yeah, some people I get the sense that they are offended if you try it, so sometimes I won't. But I normally do like attempt to try, and I will be prepared. Like, trust, I'm not going to be out there like, if you say no, I'm going to be able to pay for my own. But yeah, second date is definitely not ever going to happen.
Yeah, that's good. Number 3, being on your phone.
Ugh.
That is so rude.
It's so rude. And I know this is the age of, like, you know, always being on Twitter or whatever, Instagram, Snapchat, seeing what's going on. But if you're on a date with somebody, you are there to get to know them. They're sharing their time with you. You know, you could be on your phone at home. It comes off as if you're not interested.
I was actually taken back one time. I went on, like, it was a first date, and you know, as we continued dating, he pointed out how he was so impressed that, like, I'm not on my phone during the date. Like, I just put my phone away or whatever. Like, unless it's like an emergency, I don't even like look at it. I don't engage in my phone. It's just like us. And I'm like, that impresses you?
Right?
Like, what type of females are out in these streets?
That is crazy.
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, you know what, because he's older than me. But he was like, yeah, at your age, you know, like, most girls, they're, like, all in their phone or trying to Snapchat or be on scrolling through Instagram. I'm like, that is rude.
That is so rude.
That is so rude.
It's so rude. Like, I just can't even picture it.
Like, why would you even agree to go out on a date with somebody if you're not going to pay them any mind?
Right.
I can understand if they, like, offended you or you're completely out. I still don't think that's the best way to handle it, but I can get it. But if you're doing that and then you expect them to take you out again.
Or maybe to some people's defense, maybe they get like awkward and they get on their phone because they don't know what to say or what to do. But that's not the move if you don't know what to say. You
gotta move through that, boo. You better eat another biscuit or something, because.
But when you said Snapchat, that brings up a good point for me. So What is it? What if somebody tried to snap you on a first date?
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Yeah,
You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. There is no way I am Snapchatting a picture with you on my first date with you.
I agree.
Oh, no. That's actually going to be added as number 6. Don't take no pictures and be Snapchatting with me on the first date.
So out of line. Like, yeah, I agree. You lost your mind if you do that.
Oh. Moving on. Because that just offended me at the thought. The next, number 4. Being too self-absorbed.
Mm-hmm.
And what we mean by that is like just constantly talking about yourself but not caring to hear about the other person, or not listening, or constantly over talking them because you just want to talk about yourself. That's a turn off.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no point for you to be on a date.
Yeah.
If all you want to do is talk about yourself. You can talk with yourself, but you can't carry a conversation like that, honestly.
And I do feel like men do enjoy talking about themselves, but I feel like it's limits. Like,
yeah, I mean, I agree too. Men do like to do that, and I feel like if one person's going to be talking a little bit more, it's always going to be the man probably. But like you said, there's a limit to it.
Yeah.
At least, you know, be interested in hearing a response every now and then.
Right, or at least try to engage in the conversation with me.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, that's a big turn off.
Because that reminds me, I know in a previous video, I discussed a gentleman who shared with me he was making 6 figures on our first date. And I just remember that whole time we hung out, all he did was talk about himself.
Turn off.
The whole time, from start to finish, all he talked about was work, how successful he is, how much money he makes, how he pays for his bills, his parents' bills, because he got it like that. How he, like, it was just, like, okay. And then it was like, he never asked me how I was, what I'm doing, like, nothing.
It's
he
not
was interesting.
All you're going to do is attract the wrong type of people doing things like that. Because you weren't there for his money. So you weren't interested in anything he had to say.
Exactly.
But like if he was with a gold digger, then
she would have been right on it, let me tell you.
Exactly.
So yeah. Too self-absorbed. And our last pet peeve in the top 5, being super late.
Being super late.
So like, this is ironic coming from us because we're late for everything. True. However, there are limits to being late, especially on a first date. Like, first of all, if you're running late on a first date, let the person know. Don't just like show up and be like, oh, hey, what's up?
Exactly. Yeah, let the person know. Communicate if you're running late.
Anything beyond 15 minutes to me is just outrageously rude.
Yeah.
But at least let the person know.
Exactly. Like, stay in contact. And I feel like as the man, it just comes off worse when you're late. Maybe that's a double standard. I don't know. Because women, like, we get ready. I don't know. It's. I think it's more understandable. But still, as a woman, don't be too late. Don't be rude. Communicate.
Yeah, I think it's rude either way, whether it's a man or a woman. Yeah. I definitely think anything beyond 15 minutes is just ridiculous. And I do feel like
15 minutes late before, so I have to come to that. I will.
Yeah, and then also, I feel like if you're going to be more than 15 minutes late, you should let the person know way in advance, not like right before the date starts. Like, give them time to be like, okay, I'm not going to leave yet.
Right.
Or like something like that. Or if they need to change a reservation, like, I don't know.
Agreed. It's rude. I mean, people have other things to do. You know, people set aside time because they wanted to spend it with you.
Especially if a reservation's involved.
Right.
That is just outrageous. But
so be respectful.
Yeah.
It's just a respect thing.
I couldn't have I been in that circumstance
where somebody had you waiting for it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I know I've been late. I know I'm always late.
So what do you think is like a good time to leave? When do you think it's appropriate to get up and go after you've been waiting?
Yeah, I definitely say 15 minutes. If you haven't contacted me, let me know you're running late. 15 minutes is my limit. I'm out.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Because what do you really look like sitting there waiting longer than 15 minutes and that person hasn't even had the respect to let you know? Like, I think you should get up and leave.
And then if you tell me you're running late and you say like, oh, I'm running like 15 minutes late, after 30 minutes, I'll stay 30 minutes, but after that 30 minutes, I'm out. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I am out.
It's just a respect thing.
Yeah, like it's just, it really is, because I don't understand. I don't know.
Especially when
I've heard some crazy stories of like late situations and, whew, I don't know how people do it.
Like how late? It was crazy.
The worst I heard was almost 3 hours.
Oh, that's a joke.
To the point where the person went to like a whole different place and then came back.
I don't care that bad. I'm sorry. Like
when I tell you on everything, that person would have got blocked. Not even just deleted. Blocked. Oh, no.
Because it just comes off as if they don't really care about the date.
Yeah, it comes off very disrespectful.
Yeah, rude. Like, so rude.
And he kept saying like, oh, I'm coming, oh, I'm on my way.
Oh, now you're like lying too.
Yeah.
I'd have been out. Yeah, definitely. So be on time for the first date. Be
on time, or if you're running late, because you know we can't preach that and we're always late. So if you're running late, at least have the decency enough to let the person know in advance, not at the time.
Right.
In advance.
Exactly.
So that wraps up our top 5 pet peeves for a first date. Let us know any pet peeves that you have for the first date down below. And also let us know any comments or any stories you have in relations to any of the pet peeves we named today.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you check us out every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live, where you can join in the conversation. And until next week,
I'm feeling